friends! Welcome back to another episode of Tic Tac Tot Storytime with me, Steffi. Thank you for joining with me today, and I'm so excited to have you here in this episode. In today's book, we are going to learn together, where does baby come from? Aren't you curious to learn about that? Then let us learn together as we read What Makes a Baby. Please enjoy the story.
What Makes a Baby? A book for every kind of family and every kind of kid. Written by Cory Silverberg, illustrated by Fiona Smith. This is a story about how babies are made. The first thing you need to know is that you can't make a baby out of nothing. You have to start with something. This is an egg. Not all bodies have eggs in them. Some do, and some do not. Inside the egg are so many stories all about the body the egg came from. This is a sperm. Not all bodies have sperm in them. Some do, and some do not. Inside the sperm, just like inside the egg, there are so many stories about the body the sperm came from. When grown-ups want to make a baby, they need to get an egg from one body and sperm from another body. They also need a place where the baby can grow. This is a uterus. It is a place where a baby can grow. You might think that everyone has a uterus, since it has the words you and us in it. But not everyone has a uterus. Just like eggs and just like sperm, some bodies have a uterus and some bodies do not. Everybody that has a uterus always has it in the same place, just below the belly button in the squishy middle part. When an egg and a sperm mate, they swirl together in a special kind of dance. As they dance, they talk to each other. The egg tells the sperm all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from. And the sperm tells the egg all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from. When their dance is done, they are not two things anymore. They danced around and shared so much that they became one brand new thing. At first, it is just a tiny thing. Sometimes, this tiny thing does not grow. And sometimes, it grows into a baby, like you did. Who helped bring together the sperm and the egg that made you? Who was happy that it was you who grew? Everything that grows differently. Each of us grow in our own way. How a baby grows depends on the stories that the egg and sperm share and on the uterus the baby is growing inside of. But before a baby can be born, it has to get bigger, bigger, and bigger. This usually takes about 40 weeks. Sometimes the baby is ready to come out on its own. Sometimes a midwife or a doctor will be the one to say it is time for the baby to be born. No matter who decides, the baby does not just hop out by itself. Some babies are born by coming out through a part of the body that most people call the vagina. And other times, doctors will make a special opening below the belly button, take the baby out, and then close up the hole. Whichever way the baby comes out, it is a pretty big deal for the baby. It is also a pretty big deal for the people who waited and waited and waited for the baby to be born. Sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it is quick, sometimes it hurts a little, and sometimes it hurts a lot. But usually everyone needs a lot of rest afterwards. Who was waiting for you to be born?
And that is the end of the story.
Wow, that's a lot of interesting things we can learn from this book. My reading friends, certainly there are lots of ways babies are made. If you like this kind of story, please give a thumbs up. Also subscribe to our channel to hear the special stories from me. See you in the other story.